This lesson we will look at the errors which pitot-static air pressure sensing systems are subject to, and the corrective measures taken to balance out or reduce these errors. The first error we will look at is known as position error. Ideally, the airflow around pressure head should resemble the airflow shown here in diagrammatic form. However, if the aircraft is moving, a suction effect will be created, which will cause the static pressure sensed to be lower than the ambient pressure. As the speed increases, the airflow in the region of the pitot-static heads becomes turbulent, and this underreading becomes greater. How great the error may be depends on the location of the pressure head and the speed of the aircraft. Speed and turbulence may also affect the pitot tube readings, making them either above or below their correct value. At high angles of attack, a component of dynamic pressure may also be sensed at the static head. Any error sensed is likely to be at its greatest at high angles of attack and low speed. The high angle of attack may also cause a loss of dynamic pressure in the pitot tube. Operation of the flaps or slats can cause significant changes to the angle of attack, which in turn can affect the turbulence created, and flight manuals may list different values of position error for different flap settings. Before moving on to the next error, which is maneuver error, let's look first at how the effect of position error can be reduced. The effect of position error can be substantially reduced by replacing the static pressure head with a static vent. There are some locations on the aircraft, usually on the side of the fuselage, where true or nearly true static pressure can be sensed over the whole speed range of the aircraft. A static vent is fitted in this location. The vent consists simply of a small flat metal plate with holes which form a vent opening in the center of the plate. The vent is fitted flush with the fuselage and is connected to the pressure lines which feed the pressure instruments. The pressure line is angled upwards from the vent in order to prevent the accumulation of water and therefore does not require heating. About 90% of the combined pressure head position error can be eliminated by the use of a separate static vent. It is usual to have two interconnected static vents, one on each side of the fuselage, to ensure that any errors produced by side slipping or yawing are minimized or balanced out. Duplication also reduces the chance of the system becoming blocked. However, static vents are not suitable for every aircraft. For instance, aircraft designed for very high speed are unsuitable because the shock waves generated at high Mach numbers can produce significant errors in the pressure sensed by static vent. On very high speed aircraft, therefore, a more sophisticated combined PETO static head or high speed probe is used. This will have been specially designed to reduce position error but will be more expensive than the basic combined probe found on low-speed aircraft. The second error we will consider is maneuver induced error. This error results mainly from temporary fluctuations of air pressure at the static vents, caused in particular by changes in the aircraft's angle of attack or when the flaps are activated. The error is usually most significant during pitch changes such as at the start of a climb or leveling off and descending. Maneuver-induced error normally causes a lag in pressure instrument readings. The error is best illustrated by looking at a vertical speed indicator reading as the aircraft levels off in the example here. In level flight, the pointer on the vertical speed indicator will read 0, so keep an eye on the pointer. In our example, the aircraft is climbing at an indicated reading of 500 feet per minute on the VSI. Watch what happens to the reading when the aircraft levels off, and we can see that the VSI reading is not an accurate representation of the aircraft's actual flight path. The lag in pressure instrument readings can persist for some time after the event, and therefore pressure instruments cannot be relied upon to indicate accurate instantaneous rates of change. The higher the altitude of the aircraft, the longer the error will be likely to last. Finally, in this lesson we will look at a full pitot-static system. In diagrammatic form, the system is illustrated here. We can see that the two pitot systems colored yellow here function independently of each other, as do the two static systems which are colored blue here. Although the captain's and first officer's systems are usually independent of each other, they each sense pressures from both left and right sides of the aircraft. Note that the two static systems are also capable of being cross-fed and supplied by an alternate static source. The alternate static source may also be referred to as an emergency static source for use in the event that the primary source becomes blocked. It is unlikely that the alternate static source will be fitted in the optimum location on the aircraft, and so it will provide a less accurate reading. In pressurized aircraft, the alternate static source is often located within the unpressurized rear fuselage, and in unpressurized aircraft the alternate static source can be located within the cabin. We can see a typical location in an unpressurized aircraft here. Often as a result, the static pressure sensed will be lowered slightly due to error dynamic suction, and this will cause the pressure altimeter and the airspeed indicator to override. The error should be tabulated in the aircraft flight manual. In older or basic aircraft, air pipelines are used to transmit the pitot-static pressures to the instruments. A simple pipeline is illustrated here. Modern aircraft transmit the information electronically via pressure transducers at the pitot-static sources. The effect of blockages and leaks in the pitot-static systems on each of the pressure instruments is dealt with in the individual instrument lessons. This concludes the lesson, or summary follows. Position error occurs as a result of suction and turbulent airflow in the vicinity of the pressure heads. The magnitude of the error depends on the location of the pressure head, the aircraft speed, and the altitude. Position error is greatest at high angles of attack and low speed. Operation of the flaps and landing gear can have a significant effect on the turbulence created. The use of static vents can reduce the effect of position error. Static vents are fitted flush on both sides of the fuselage. Static vents are interconnected to reduce the effects of yaw and side slip. Duplication reduces the chance of the system becoming blocked. Static vents are not suitable for flight at very high speed because of the shock waves produced. A high-speed probe is used instead. Maneuver-induced error is caused by temporary fluctuations of air pressure at the static vents during pitch changes. Maneuver-induced error results in a lag in pressure instrument readings. The higher the altitude, the longer the error will last. Static pressure sensed by an alternate static source will not be that to which the instruments are calibrated and may be in error. This will be tabulated in the flight manual. The error is likely to give a lower pressure, which will cause the altimeter and ASI to override.